About the 2023 elections and in particular the story we just had. Let's speak with the global coordinator, Tinubu-Shettima Media Group, Dr. Abiola Oshodi. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7. This is another group, and the executives in Ondo State have now been inaugurated. What is the significance of this inauguration?
Thanks so much for having me in the studio. The inauguration of this coalition of support groups for the Asiwaju Tinubu-Shettima presidential ticket for 2023 election is exceptionally important and couldn't have come at a better time. As we race towards that historic date, February 2023, where we are supposed to cast our votes for the different elective offices across the length and breadth of the nation, it's very important that all Nigerians are mobilized, they are sensitized, and they are educated towards performing their civic role and responsibility, and projecting the Asiwaju Tinubu-Shettima ticket as being the best for the nation.
All right, so does this mean that all of the groups have been hearing about before now are all into a coalition and everyone is working together for the same cause?
I think that's the idea behind it, because as at the last time I had a conversation with one of the APC stalwarts, they said there are over 10,000 support groups routing for Asiwaju Tinubu-Shettima ticket. So in order to ensure effective coordination and delivery of the sole objective, which is winning the presidential primary as well as other posts that are being vied for, it's very important to coordinate and integrate the group into a very formidable, solid structure like we have, in the news that we heard earlier, where it was inaugurated in Ondo State.
Well, the present administration came on a tripod of fighting corruption, rebuilding the economy, and tackling security. But of course, Nigerians have divergent views about the performance of this government. What is the Tinubu-Shettima ticket bringing to the table? What should Nigerians look forward to?
The Tinubu-Shettima ticket is going to address the frontal issues of corruption, insecurity, using a totally different. I expect them to use a totally different method. So, say for example, we are a federal. We are supposed to be a federal system, and across the world, countries that practice federal system of government will usually decentralize their security architecture. So, say for example, you are in Lagos, there's a crime somewhere in Lagos. The way the security structure of the country is configured at the moment is that they need to receive signal from Abuja to combat insecurity in Lagos, and that applies to every length and breadth of Nigeria. So it's time to dismantle this ineffective structure, by decentralizing the security architecture. Lagos should be able to have their own police command. Ondo should be able to have their own police command, Kano, and stuff like that. And this should be backed by appropriate laws. And I think when Asiwaju was the governor, he made some initiatives, even though it was very much opposed by the federal government of General Olusegun Obasanjo at the time. But I think we need to revisit a lot of these issues and trust the states to be able to provide security for their states. And this will lessen the burden on the federal security. This will lessen the burden on the federal government in providing security for the states and local governments. It's extremely difficult in this era. So decentralization of security system and the architecture is what I expect, that should be done differently. On corruption, I also expect a lot of initiatives in this area to combat corruption. And corruption is not just about, diversion of resources, which is not good anyway, or stealing the resources. Even not doing the right thing, is corruption. So there has to be an all-encompassing strategy. You know, that when people embark on corruption, it affects every one of us.
All right, Dr.
And
Oshodi.
that's not the kind of Nigeria that we want to see. We want to see a rebirth of our country.
All right, I believe
that will be, come again?
All right, Dr. Oshodi, I was just saying that I believe that's the much we'll be able to take at this time, and then you have made your point. Global Coordinator, Tinubu-Shettima Media Group, Dr. Abiola Oshodi, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us on TVC News at 7.
Thanks so much for having me.